Newcastle 2 then, Manchester City 1. I'll tell you what, good day for Arsenal, of course, who don't even play till tomorrow against Spurs. We'll talk about Chelsea in a moment. Manchester City, though, sitting third in the table, 4 adrift of Arsenal, of course. That could go up to 7 if Arsenal beat Spurs on Sunday. I'll tell you what, everyone's in Spain at the moment. Not only Steve McManaman is there, but as is Nedum Onuoha. Nedum, it's these sort of results for your precious Manchester City that prove why they're not going to win the title this season, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great to have you back, Dan. It's been fantastic, fantastic these last 30 seconds listening to you. But yeah, I think it's fair. As you look at the sort of highlights from that game, the chances that Man City were giving up, I think Stevie was talking about it yesterday. I think Craig was talking about it yesterday, asking questions about the defence. The defence looked really porous. And I think when you play against a side like Newcastle, who won't have a ton of the ball but will attack at speed, I think it will be an issue. And I think given the fact that, as I say, Arsenal are going to be playing tomorrow in that North London derby, and you expect them to get a good result, you can't really afford to be dropping points, not least of all, you know, when this Arsenal side, like we almost overreacted to them dropping 2 points a couple of weeks ago. I think they're going to be somewhat of a juggernaut, and City needed to get something from this game. And for them to lose the way that they did is hugely disappointing, Dan.
You just take a look at the attacking prowess they should have. Yet if Haaland doesn't score, like Foden can't hit the target. Doku's has his off games, his good games. We saw Savio come on. No one seems to be able to hit the target. No one seems to be able to test the goalkeeper. If Haaland's not getting you goals, then you don't really know where they're coming from, City. And that was really exposed today, I thought.
Well, he had that chance very early on, Haaland, when he was through on Pope, and Pope came out, and I don't know what he was trying to do, to be honest with you. And then Foden should have scored the side footer. There's no him and Cherky. Can he try to play this revolving number 10 role? The two of them played a little narrow in there, and to be fair, there wasn't a lot of space. But Guimaraes, Joe Linton, and Tonali did a good job. To be fair, they broke up play and they broke quick. But yeah, they're look. When a guy scores as many goals as Haaland, I suppose you are kind of reliant on him. But you know, the finishing today was poor, but that's not why they lost. There was a bunch of Newcastle chances that was not in that clip, right? So, you know, they also, Voltemada had another 2 or 3 good opportunities. We saw the Harvey Barnes one, there was others. Newcastle, with less possession, did more and looked more dangerous, and I thought deserved their win.
You kind of wonder why Newcastle are in the position that they are when you see this sort of football from them.
Yeah, but we were talking about this yesterday. We said that this is set up for Newcastle. You know, they're dynamic going forward, but all season long they've never really controlled games. I mean, to be honest, if anybody at times controlled this, it was City. But every single time Newcastle got an opportunity to get after City, they went at pace and numbers. And so for me, this really played into the hands of Newcastle. So if you're looking for Newcastle next time out to be in control, creating lots of chances the way they did today, it's not going to happen. They're a team that are better on the counter-attack. And so this was set up for them.
City, and I mentioned that, they played so narrow at times in the first half with Cherky and Foden and Bernardo Silva. They were all sort of trying to find that little space in behind the midfield. There was a stat, I think it came up on the commentary, that the 2 fullbacks of Newcastle had touched the ball the most in the first 45 minutes. Livramento and Hall, they were the outball all the time and getting forward. Livramento was bombing forward. So was Lewis Hall. Because City were very narrow. They were trying to pick those little pockets, and when they lost it in the middle of the park and they coughed it up, Newcastle were able to shift it out to the fullbacks and they were able to double up and get forward. I thought they were really, really good. I didn't think City were poor. I just think their finishing was poor and they got exposed at the back. But I thought Newcastle, who have played like that at home, they played well against Liverpool, they played well against Arsenal and lost. They played well in a period against Barcelona and lost. There's been some signs in the home games from Newcastle, and today they finally got their just rewards.
Mac, it's difficult, isn't it, if you're a betting man, to think, right, I'm going to put my money on City because I see enough from them that they're going to push Arsenal all the way?
I actually thought before today's game that they were going to push Arsenal all the way, and I saw Newcastle beat Athletic Club in the Champions League, and they won quite comfortably. But I thought City would go there today and just roll them over like the City of old. So when I saw the result and I spoke to Nedum afterwards, it was a real surprise to me. So you're right, you're absolutely right. I mean, the Premier League this year, everybody seems to be, and as the table suggests, everybody seems to be beating each other. It's just that Arsenal seem to be sitting loud and proud at the top, and if they go to the North London derby tomorrow and beat them, it's a huge advantage, because when you look at Liverpool, of course, Liverpool are bottom, now in the bottom half of the table. You're not necessarily worried about them. As far as I was concerned, their serious title challenges were with Manchester City, and they lost today. Chelsea, I think, will always draw games. I know they're winning games, and I know they're sitting where they are, but I always think they're going to draw games where I always thought Arsenal and Manchester City were the ones who were going to win and win and win and put runs together. So the City result really today surprised me, and it's up to Arsenal now to go and really put the stamp on this league. And they put the stamp on this league to a certain extent already, but if they can go to and beat Tottenham tomorrow, imagine the gap they've got before Christmas. It's amazing.
I think the thing as well, if I can jump in there, is this week for Arsenal will make a big difference because they're playing Spurs tomorrow. Then I think they've got Bayern Munich midweek, and then they've got Chelsea at the weekend. If they can get through this spell with 3 wins, the confidence and potential gap at the top of the league will put them in a position to where, I don't necessarily want to jinx them or anything, but it's almost like it's theirs to lose because they'll be playing some top quality opposition. And the emotional side of, say, the North London derby tomorrow, I think that will make a big, big difference. And I think for this Arsenal side, it's starting to feel like maybe this could be their year.